Let's come into a comfortable seat. And I want to start with, so it doesn't matter if you're, sitting up or laying down. I want you to bring your hands onto your body. And I thought we'd start with a little bit of sound today. And so at first, breathing in and feeling your breath in your body, seeing if without effort you can engage both of your hands as you breathe. And if you choose not to have your hands on your body, which is totally okay, see if you can feel your breath all the way through, from the top of your head down to the bottom of your torso. And so the first sound, and we're going to make each sound 3 times in our regular voice, 3 times in a whisper, and 3 times silently. And we'll start with one sound and go from there. So the first sound is going to be ma. Ma. And if your exhale isn't as long as mine, that's okay. You inhale again and do the exhale. And as you're exhaling and making that sound, you're engaging those lower abdominal muscles. Inhaling. Ma. And once more. Ma. And whisper. Ma. 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 And then silently, but I will make some sound so that you can hear me. Ma. Ma. And releasing your hands if that sounds inviting, and noticing how you feel in your body, in your mind. And I want to go through all the joints today, so doing like a joint freeing practice. And then we'll include some of the larger joints that people ask for on a regular basis, like the back and the hips. And so at first, however you're sitting, you've noticed how you're feeling, you've set your intention. We're going to stretch the arms out in front of you, and so the inhale, you're going to stretch out your fingers and your arms. The exhale, you're going to take your fingers into a fist and pull your hands towards your body. So I'm not bending at the elbow. So inhale, extend the fingers and the arms. Exhale, make a fist and pull your hands towards your body. Well, I guess you're pulling your fingers, right? Inhale, extend, lengthen, and you're really pulling your fingers away. Exhale, bend and pull the hands towards your body. One more time. Extend on the inhale and exhale, pull in. And when you're done exhaling, you'll release that. The next one, you're going to the arm, so relax your arms if you need to, right? Then you're going to extend the arms again. Inhale, pull your fingers up towards the sky and press away with your hands. Exhale, back to neutral. Inhale, pull the fingers up, press with the palms like you're trying to press into the wall. Exhale, back to neutral. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhaling up and press, exhaling neutral. And if at any time you need to relax your arms, you go ahead and do that. And you're just noticing what happens as we go through these, right? Last time, inhaling, pressing, exhale, back to neutral, relax, shake out your arms. So notice, right? Just those couple of little exercises. Do you feel like I can feel it in my shoulders? I feel it in my neck a little bit. I even feel it in my chest. So notice where you're feeling things. Now we're going to have our arms. So I have my arms bent at the elbow and I have my palms up. All right, so now we're going to, and this might be a small movement, right? You're going to explore. Inhale, you're going to reach your fingers out. So you're keeping the lower arm neutral and you're turning your fingers and your hands out, right? So inhale, they move out, exhale, back to neutral. And again, you're just noticing, and I know these are tiny movements, right? Now, the next time that you're done, we're going to pause. Notice how you're feeling. Arms are still bent at the elbow. And now we're going to move in towards the center, right? So inhale, move towards the center, exhale, back to neutral. So notice as we're doing these, like for me, I have a lot more movement moving towards the center than I do moving out. And you're just noticing what happens. Okay, next time that you exhale, we're going to relax. And now let's stretch those arms out. And so now, inhale, arms extended. Exhale, you're going to take your fingertips towards your shoulders. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reach towards your shoulders or your upper back body. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come back. Then you're going to keep your hands on your shoulders, open your elbows out to the center, and we're going to make some big circles. And you're going to keep breathing, rolling through your shoulders. And I'm going forward. You can be going forwards or backwards. So we're going to do each direction 4 times. So forward circles 4 times, backward circles 4 times with your breath, still breathing. And then when you're done, we're going to stop and shake for a moment. And now, again, however you're sitting is okay. I'm actually feeling a little warmth right now, so I can take off my shirt. All right, so now we're going to have our hands on our thighs. And inhale is going to be body upright. Exhale, you're going to bring your chin towards your chest and round the back body. Inhale, come up, and now we're going to start to open the chest, take the shoulders back. Exhale, round chin towards the chest, round the back. Inhale, lift up, open. Exhale, make a little ball with your upper body. And notice if you have resistance to doing these smaller movements or if it feels really good in your body. Okay, and after your next exhale, again, we're going to come to neutral. And now, again, sitting however you are, and if your hands don't come to the ground, you might have blocks underneath them. Inhale, you're going to take up your right arm, reach over to the side, and exhale back. And we're going to stay on the same side. So we'll do 4 times on each side. Inhale and really open up through that side body. Exhale, back to neutral. Last time. And then we're going to switch sides. And again, inhale as you reach over. And you're keeping your hips placed on the ground or your heels, whatever you're sitting on, but you're not lifting your butt up off the ground. One more time. Okay. And then I want you to roll through your shoulders. So inhale, shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, take them back. This is one we do all the time because I love it. And again, we're going to go 4 times in each direction. So 4 times back, 4 times forwards. And don't worry about having the exact number, right? Just doing the best that you can. Beautiful. Now, when you're done with that, we're going to stretch out your legs. And let's see. So with your legs stretched out and your feet are flexed, I'm realizing you can't see my feet. Okay, your feet are flexed. And now what we're going to do, I have to change the angle of my computer because you can't see my feet. Okay, so now you have your legs extended and your feet are flexed. And this is, and I'll do it with my hands too so that you know what I'm doing. So feet are flexed and you're going to lift the heels up off the ground. So that's your, let's see, inhale down, exhale, flex your feet. And you can add in your hands too. I'm kind of liking doing it together. And you're just moving with your breath. We're stretching through. I'm feeling it in my calves and my Achilles and my feet. Now, after your next exhale, now we're going to point the feet, right? So it'll be inhale, flex, exhale, point. Okay. And then we'll pause for a moment. Now you're going to keep your feet flexed, heels hopefully on the ground, maybe on the ground, depends on your body, right? And now you're going to open out and come back to center. So inhale, open, exhale, back to center. And notice, like, as you're doing this, you feel it, in your feet, your knees, maybe in your hips. Okay. And then we're going to walk the feet out so that they are about hip width apart. And again, inhale. Now you're going to go to the center. Inhale, exhale, back to neutral. Okay. And then shake out your hands, your legs, your arms. Now, I want you to, and you could be in the center of your mat or you could have your back body against the wall. Your hands are going to be on your thighs or on the floor. Most of you have done this with me before. What I want you to do is just lift up your leg. Now notice my back body does not change at all. You're going to lift up your leg. So if you find yourself going like this to lift up your leg, that's not what we're doing here. You're going to keep your body, and we're going to alternate legs. You're going to keep your body upright and lift your legs. And for some of us, especially if your body's not used to this movement, your legs may not lift very high at first. Okay? One more time on each side, unless you've had enough. And now we're going to bend the right knee so that foot is flat on the floor. Right hand comes behind you. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Inhale here. Exhale. You're going to twist belly towards the inner thigh. And we're still warming up. So even if you can go deeper, I don't necessarily want you to go to your deepest place here. Continue to breathe. You might find as you're breathing that you want to deepen your twist, or you might not. And a nice big inhale, we're going to lift up. Exhale, come forward. Then we're going to bend your left leg, left hand behind you, right arm reaches up towards the sky. Nice big inhale, exhale, reach around your knee, reach your belly towards that inner thigh. Keep breathing. Notice any sensations in your body. Continue to breathe. Nice big inhale. Let's lift up. Exhale, come forward. Then we're going to take the legs into a wide angle, but not too wide, right? And hands are going to be on the legs. Inhale, body upright. Exhale, you're going to just slide down your leg. Inhale up, and we'll alternate sides. Exhale, slide down. So we do this particular movement in lots of different ways. Standing up with our legs together, standing up with our legs wide, seated. And so just noticing how your body feels as you move. We're going to add in one more. So the next time that you're upright, you're going to inhale, right arm up, exhale to the left, inhale up, exhale to the right. And moving slowly with your breath, side to side. One more time on each side. Beautiful. And then when you're back at neutral, we're going to make our way onto the hands and knees. And so if you'd like to have a blanket underneath your knees, you're going to place one there. And you're going to engage those lower abdominals. Feel your hands on the floor. Wrists are slightly in front of the shoulders, knees slightly behind the hips. I realize you can't see me when I have my big old shirt on. All right, so now we're going to stretch out the right leg and reach your heel towards the ground and press away with your hands. You're still breathing. We'll bring in that knee, do the second side. And of course, if your body wants to stay longer than I'm staying here, then you do that, right? And we'll eventually bring that left knee in. Now we're going to inhale, right leg out, foot flexed. Exhale, knee towards the head. We're going to stay on the same side 4 times. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, knee towards the head. Keep moving with your breath. For me, this is the last one. You may have one more. Pause for a moment. Feel your knees on the ground. Connect with your breath. And then we'll inhale, left leg extended, foot is flexed. Exhale, knee towards the head. Inhale, extend. Exhale, head towards the knee. Moving with your breath. And again, this is my last one, so we're going to pause for a moment after your last one. Engage those lower abdominals, connect with your breath. Inhale will be tabletop. Exhale, rounding back to child's pose. Again, moving with your breath in a way that feels good to your body. Only going as deep as your body wants to go. And one more time. And notice how you're feeling. We're going to make our way up all the way to standing. So take your time and notice how you're feeling as you move. All right. So, and then I'm going to invite you to come towards the front of your mat. And if you'd like to have blocks when you do lunges, you might have them set up at the front of your mat. And we're going to take a moment to connect with the breath. Okay? So maybe place your hands at your heart center, and we're going to add in a sound if you want to add in the sound. And the inhale, you're going to reach your arms up, maybe come up on to your toes, and exhale, heels come down, hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms up, heels up. Exhale, heels down, hands to the heart center. Now we're going to add in the sound, and the sound is a hum. So it's 2 syllables. So inhale up, arms up, heels up. Exhale, a hum. Inhale up, a hum. And last time, inhale up, a hum. And as always, when we work with sound, notice how your body feels. Now we're going to take the hands onto the thighs. Same sound. Inhale, body up. Exhale, slide down the legs. Hum. Inhale all the way up. Hands stay on the thighs. Hum. 2 more times. Inhale up. Hum. Last time. Hum. Now we're going to stay down here in our forward bend. And if you want your hands on blocks, you're going to put them there. We're going to step back with your right foot. And you can keep your knee up off the ground, or you can take it down to the ground. And if you're bringing it down to the ground, you want it behind your hip. So see what feels better to you, okay? Now you're going to engage your legs. That means you're pulling the front foot towards the back foot. And we're going to bring the hands up onto the thigh. And then possibly reach up towards the sky or have your arms out, right? So see what feels good in your body. Now inhale is going to, let's extend those arms up. Exhale, we're going to bend the elbows and press the palms back. Inhale, reach the arms up. The legs are staying stationary. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, press the hands back. Last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back. Now we're going to all inhale again. Exhale, take your hands down to the ground and bring your knee down to the ground if it's not already there. And we're going to walk the hands back, straighten out that front leg, flex the foot, and possibly reach your head and body towards that leg. Keep breathing. On an inhale, you're going to walk your hands forward, bend the knee, make sure the knee doesn't come up, above the foot, but keep it above the ankle. And exhale, walk the hands back, head towards the knee. Keep breathing. And we're going to do that, a couple more times. Some of you might prefer to stay in one of the other position. Some of you might like to move back and forth. I tend to like to move back and forth with my breath. However, the next time that you come into your modified lunge with the knee over the ankle, we're going to turn the back toes under, lift the knee off the ground, step that back foot forward, take your hands onto your legs, inhale, slide on up, exhale with a hum. A hum. Find your weight in your feet. We're going to step back with the left foot this time. And again, knee can be up or down. Engage your legs. Hands onto the thigh. Arms out to the side or up towards the ceiling. Again, working in the way that works for your body, right? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, elbows bend. So as your elbows bend, I'm just turning my body so that you can see. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, elbows bend, hands press back. Couple more times. Legs are stationary. And the next time that your arms are out to your sides, you're going to inhale and then exhale, take your hands to the ground. Gently place that left knee on the ground. Make sure you're still connected with your breath. That front knee is over the ankle. And then you're going to move with your breath. Inhale. And then exhale, walk the hands back. You might take blocks with you. You might reach your head and body towards your knee. Inhale back into your lunge. So again, I like moving back and forth, but you might choose to stay in one or the other position. Keep breathing no matter what. So once more, the next time that you come into your modified lunge, we're going to turn the back toes under, lift that knee off the ground, step your back foot forward, take your hands onto your legs, and inhale all the way up. Now this next one, I want you to, of course, you're always going to make the pose work for you. So you might have blocks on either side of your feet. The inhale is going to be both arms reach up towards the sky. The exhale, we're going to come down into some sort of squat. And as we exhale, we're going to hum. Hum. Inhale, reach up. I find I like my feet a little bit wider for this. Exhale. Hum. Notice what's going on in the low back. Make sure it feels good as you're moving. Notice what happens in your feet, your breath. Hum. Last one. Hum. And then we'll inhale up, exhale, hands to the heart center. How is your heart? How is your breath moving? Notice how you're feeling. And then we're going to come into a wide angle pose. And so look down at your feet. I like to be about a leg's distance apart. And as I said, when we were in this position seated, we're going to start by sliding down the legs, right? So inhale, body up. Exhale, slide down the leg. You might bend the outside elbow and lift that hand up, sliding it all the way up your side body. You might start to turn your head towards that arm that's lifting. Always moving with your breath and in a way that feels good in your body. So if that means backing off, then you do that. If that means going deeper, then you do that. Okay, when you finish your second side, we're going to pause for a moment. Now I want you to look down at your feet. We want our feet either parallel or with your heels sticking out slightly. I have a little bend in my knees that you probably can't see because I'm pointing head on towards the camera. So now we're going to extend the arms. And the inhale is here. The exhale, you're going to bend your elbows and your knees and you're pressing your hands like you're squeezing your head, right? Inhale, extend arms and legs. Exhale, bend elbows and knees, and you're pulling in like you're squeezing a big head, right? Inhale, extend. Exhale, come down. Now, if you can, add in the hum. Hum. Notice what happens in your abdominals as you do that. Hum. One more time. Hum. Now we're going to stay in our, I think they call this like star pose or something. Arms and legs are extended. Inhale, you're going to step, hands and feet together, hands overhead, feet on the ground. Inhale, extend. Nope, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And you might shorten your stance for this. Just kind of see, right? If it feels better to keep your legs a little bit closer, do that. If it also works to not use your hands, just step with your feet. Now the next time you're in your wide position, arms extended or on your hips, I want you to engage your core muscles. So we talk about them a lot, right? Now what I want you to do is you're going to take your weight onto your right foot and you're going to maybe bend that knee a little bit, lift up that foot, and then take it down. It's a lot harder to do this with our legs a little bit wide, right, as opposed to when our feet are together. And we're staying on the same side. Okay, next time that left foot comes down, feel your weight in your left foot, bend the knee and start to lift up the right foot. And don't worry about balance, right? You're exploring how your body works here. Last time. And then we'll step the feet, about hip width apart. I just want to do a little bit more balance that you hopefully will feel a little bit more successful with. Maybe. All right, so here, what we're going to do, I want you to bend your left knee a little bit, and you're going to cross that right ankle over top. Now you could have, like I have the wall behind me, you could have your hips pressing onto a wall or the back of a sofa, or you can be in the center of the room. You could also have your hands, you could face a wall and have your hands in place, or you could have your hands at your heart center. Now we're going to start to sit like you're sitting into a chair. And your forearms might start to come towards your shin, and you might even wrap that foot around your elbow. Right? Don't force anything. Do what feels good. Keep breathing. On an inhale, we're going to slide up. Release that foot. Take your hands onto your thighs. Allow a little bend in the knees as you inhale up. Exhale, slide down. And we'll do this 2 or 3 times, or you can just stay in your forward bend if that feels better in your body. On an inhale, come on up. And we're going to take the second side. So a slight bend in your right knee, left foot crosses over, hands to your heart center or wherever it's safe and helpful. And then you're going to start to slide down. And so notice, where do you feel sensation? Is it in the hips, in the low back, in your standing leg? How is your breath and your heart rate? And again, as you start to feel complete in your own time, making your way back up to standing, uncrossing the leg, and this time we're going to have our feet a little bit wider than the hips. And you're going to inhale up and exhale into a squat. And your hands can be at your heart center or your forehead. You could have a block under your butt or put a rolled blanket under your heels. We want a little bit of roundedness in the back here. Long, smooth breaths. Now when you're ready, for some of us it'll be sooner than others, right? You're going to carefully bring yourself down to the ground, and we're going to make our way all the way onto our back body. So you're going to safely get yourself onto your back body and check in, make sure you're comfortable. And we're going to start with our knees bent. So your knees are over the hips. Your lower legs are parallel with the floor. Feet are flexed. Hands are on your thighs. And we're going to start by just pressing thighs into hands, hands into thighs. So notice when you do that, what happens in your abdominals and your low back without you making anything happen. Notice what happens. Keep breathing. So you're breathing in and out naturally and the entire time isometrically pressing hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Now, if it works for your body, On the inhale, we're going to keep the thighs perpendicular to the ground the whole time, hands pressing into the thighs. Exhale, bring those knees towards your chest. Inhale, press away. Exhale, knees towards the chest. The whole time, isometrically pressing hands into thighs. Still breathing. One more time. I know it's a lot of work. And then we're going to pause and carefully, 1 foot at a time, take your feet down onto the ground. And notice, like for some of us, that's a lot of abdominal work and core work, right? Some of you, and notice what happens in your low back. Now let's bring the right knee in towards the body, and we're going to roll through the ankle a couple of times in each direction. So you're holding on to your right knee and just rolling through the foot. Because remember, I talked about working on our joints today, right? So I think I've reached almost all our joints, but I have to make sure. Now, inhale, we're going to extend that leg. I have my hands on the back of my thigh and the foot is flexed. Exhale, you're going to reach your head towards your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, head towards the knee. 2 more times. And then after you're done with that exhale and you've extended your leg, we'll move to the second side. So you're going to bring your left knee in and roll through the left ankle, again, a couple of times in each direction. Still breathing, noticing how your body feels and how your breath is moving. Now, when you're ready, we're going to interlace or just have your hands on the back of the thigh. Inhale, leg extends, foot is flexed. Exhale, knee bends, head towards the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Moving with your breath. And if it doesn't feel good to lift your head, then don't lift your head, right? Okay, last time. And we're going to keep the left knee in. We're going to bring the right knee in. And now what I want you to do is make some big circles with your knees. And again, we'll do a couple of times in each direction. And as you move, like if you get the urge to like roll through your wrists or your ankles while you're doing that, add that in too. Now again, we're going to take 1 foot down at a time onto the ground, and you're going to walk your feet wide. And I'll turn at an angle so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So feet are wide, knees pointing up towards the sky. 1 at a time, you're going to bring your knee down towards the ground, lift it up. Inhale, knee lifted. Exhale, knee comes down. And you alternate sides, and you're just moving 1 knee at a time. I know some of us like to move both knees at the same time. I like to move 1 at a time so that you can feel all the goodness happening on each side. Okay, eventually coming to a place where we pause, and you're going to walk your feet about hip width apart. Now for this next part, I'm going to give you 2 variations. You could take a block and place it under your pelvis to, do like a supported bridge, or you can do it where you're lifting your pelvis as we do these movements. And the movement is going to be inhale, arm up, head turns away from the arm, hips come up if you're not on the block. Exhale, back to center, hips come down. Inhale, alternate sides, arm comes up, head turns away, hips come up. Exhale, back to center. And if you're doing it and you like that movement through the hips, keep it up. If it's interfering with movement through the head, neck, and shoulders, go ahead and put the block under the pelvis. Keep moving with your breath. One more time on each side. And then we're going to pause in the center. And if you have not put that block under your bottom, I'm going to invite you to do so. If you don't have a block, you can use a pillow, bolster, folded blanket. And if it doesn't feel good in your low back to have your hips lifted, then you keep your low back on the floor. Okay? We're going to lift up one leg and then the other. I talked about going shorter with the class, and I just looked at my clock and I was like, I don't think that's happening, just so y'all know. Okay, legs are extended, hands are on your legs. Inhale is when we have all this space. Exhale, you're going to slide your legs towards your body and slide your hands down your legs. Inhale, legs extend. Exhale, legs come towards your body. And this might be a tiny movement. Some of you might like to bend your knees instead of keeping your legs straight. Always an exploration to see what works for you. Now, the next time that your legs are extended or whenever you're ready, I want you to explore the possibility of making big circles with your whole leg. So we've done lots of different kinds of circles with our body parts today, but just seeing like what would it feel like, and if it helps to do one leg at a time, go ahead and do that. But making circles with your legs, one more time circles with your ankles, still breathing. And if it feels good to stay here for a moment with your legs reaching towards the sky, you can do that. If you're done, bend your knees and go ahead, take your feet safely to the ground one at a time. And so now is a great time to check in. How is your heart rate? How is your body temperature? And then ask yourself, is there anything else that you would like to do before we make our way into Shavasana? And so if you still have that block underneath your hips, you might take it out. And then you're going to ask yourself, again, does my body need anything else? And if so, what is it? And go ahead and do that. If you are ready for Shavasana, then you are going to, like I have to put on socks and my shirt and jacket to make sure I'm nice and warm. And then, options for Shavasana could be laying down on the ground, legs up the wall. If you're feeling like laying down is not going to serve you today, you could even do a seated Shavasana. But find yourself a comfortable position. And start to focus on your breath, long, smooth breath. Now, we worked with two different sounds today, ma and a hum. And you might, if it helps you to focus on the inhale, breathe in ma and exhale a hum. Ma, a hum. Ma, a hum. Ma aham. Ma aham. So now would be a wonderful time to look and see how your body's feeling. And it's possible that you want to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer, and you're welcome to do so. It's also possible you might feel like sitting up and doing a short breathing and focus practice with me. And with the solstice coming up on Monday, I thought, I thought that it would be nice to, again, take our hands onto our body for our breathing practice. And just start, if you know how to use Ujjayi, where you close the back of the throat, breathing in, long, smooth breath, breathing out, long, smooth breath, and noticing where you can connect your breath in your body. And then as you feel that connection, breath in body, inviting light, could be sunlight, light, whatever light is to you, into your heart with the inhale. Thinking about that, after Monday, more and more daylight happens, lots of things on our planet, more and more light coming into our world, into our lives, into our body. And then I'm going to invite you with me, or, silently on your own. We're going to make the sounds ma, ah, hum, and there's always a little pause after, so it's ma, pause, ah, hum. And we'll say that 3 times. So inhaling, ma, ah, hum, ma, hum. And make sure you close your mouth so you get that really juicy feeling. Ma, hum. And just sit for a moment with your hands on your body, reflecting on having more light in your body, more light in your life, more light in your mind, connection to spirit or God or whatever you call your power greater than yourself, nature, science, whatever it is. And what will you do with this added light? So thank you for joining me today. I'm going to invite you to stay here for as long as you like. Namaste. the light in me sees the light in you and honors that light.